Hey, what's up? My name is PJ, and in this video I'm bringing you part 2 of the 36 frame old camera challenge. Hope you enjoy. So if you haven't seen part 1, go back and watch it. This will all make a lot more sense if you do. Basically, in a nutshell, I've got 36 frames to make the best possible photos, and I'm using an old camera. I'm using a Nikon D5000, which is like 8 years old at this point. So yeah, 36 frames, I'm shooting Jpeg, editing Jpeg, just walking around my street, around the block basically, and making the best possible photos. Without further ado, let's get into part 2 right now. So for this one, I want to see what bokeh I can create, if any. I'm going to zoom it into 55mm, so it's going to be f5.6. But I think if I get nice and close, we can probably make a little bit of depth. I'll blur the background out a little bit. It's not a very interesting shot, I don't think, but I'll try and make it. I'll do my best. I don't know why, but I've always loved the way this street looks. Every time I walk past with the dog, I just always think it looks so pretty. So maybe I'll get a quick photo of it. Maybe I can get some sun glare happening. Right, 22 frames in, I've only made it halfway around the block. I know not every swing is a home run, not every shot is an absolute belter, but it's definitely getting easier as I'm going along. I'm thinking about it more and more, and weird as it is, I actually think I've learnt a lot from this last 20 minutes or however long it's been. I'm not sure how long it's been, but I actually think I've learnt a lot from this, and I've really enjoyed it. I'm sorry if it's really noisy at the moment, but I've definitely enjoyed going back to photography basics. Too often I get caught up in settings and gear and what I don't have, and just forget to enjoy composition and the basics of photography. Okay, so I'm 25 frames down. It's definitely gotten easier as I've gone along. I'm heading to the park now at the end of the street, just because I feel like there's a bit more vegetation. There might be some interesting shadows, some interesting patterns. That's just about all I've got at the moment. I can't think of anything off the top of my head that's there that I want to shoot, but I just think with all the vegetation, all the trees, in the late afternoon sun, it might create some interesting opportunities for like self-portraits, or maybe I can lie down in some nice greenery or something. We'll have to see how it goes. Hang on, here's one. I just scored a prayer. I definitely failed on that one. It's really hard without the selfie mode on the camera. I got the GoPro shadow in the frame. I really should have just taken it off, to be honest. it just me or does that tree look like Marge Simpson's hair? I reckon it does. Okay, so coming into the last 10 frames of the video, there's a few things I want to say about this. There's a few reasons for doing these challenges. Firstly, to challenge myself creatively, because I sometimes just get stuck. I've just seen a photo. This could be shit or this could be good. Never mind, false alarm. So yeah, there's a few reasons for doing this challenge. Firstly, to challenge myself creatively, because like I said, sometimes I get too caught up in what I'm doing, in the gear, in the settings, in the moment, and I forget about fundamentals of photography. So that's definitely been really nice to take my mind off that for a little bit. Secondly, I'm using old gear. I'm using an 8-year-old camera. The noise performance is not that good. The screen on the back is terrible. The autofocus is very basic, but I'm just trying to prove that it's about composition, it's about eye, and there is like a photographic skill, not just about the gear. You can't just put a camera in someone's hands. I know probably everyone watching this is a photographer and I understand that, but I just want to prove to myself that I can make something cool with virtually nothing. Thirdly, 36 frames will limit. Hey puppy, hello puppy. I have a visitor. Thirdly, 36 frames will make me focus my creativity, because I can't just spray and pray and then just go through afterwards and choose what I'm going to use. It's like shooting film. You have to really think about every photo. You have to make it count. I have to really not just look at the light meter, but look at the light and how I want the light meter to be affected. Because I know, like, if it's a bright sunny day and it's exposed perfectly in the middle of the light meter in the camera, I know that the shadows are probably going to be a bit too dark, because it's probably getting exposed to the bright areas. But anyway, I have to think about light, I have to think about texture, composition, shadows, all those sorts of things, and I think it makes for a really interesting challenge. Should have taken a photo of that dog. Too busy yapping. Hey man. Good. Do you mind if I take a picture of you guys? I do a YouTube channel with instructional videos. Just like trying to prove that I can make cool photos with the old camera. I'm happy to email it to you.
Yeah, no, it's all good. Yeah, all right.
Yeah? Cool. Do you want to get him just stand next to you?
Go on, that's it.
That's alright. Right there's fine. Appreciate it, man. Beautiful. Alright, ready, set, got it. Beautiful. One more. Hey, thanks man, I really appreciate it.
Yeah, I'll give him an email, man.
Come on. Type it in. Gus, was it?
Yeah.
Thanks man.
No worries about it.
Cheers. Not even sure if I really caught that on video, but that's something that I'm not usually very comfortable with, but I saw this guy, tough guy, tough dog, very handsome dog, and I wanted to take his picture. And I asked him and he was hesitant, but he was okay with it, so hopefully that turned into a good photo. I'm not too sure yet. 29. Got 7 photos yet to make. I've just seen the subject matter from my last photos. There are these things that have popped up all around town. I'm not exactly sure where they've come from. I'm not exactly sure what they're for, but it's some artist does artwork on chain link fences, and it's like a piece of rope or like a piece of ribbon or something, and they make animals on chain link fences, and they're all around Melbourne. I still don't know what they're for, but I've just seen a couple, so I might grab a quick picture of them. It's much harder than it looks. Alright, I have 3 frames left. I'm here at this running track. I think I might wait for a runner to come around and try and get a runner casting a long shadow on the track. I think that could be really interesting, so I think that's what I'm going to use my last few frames on. I'm going to have to be patient, I'm going to have to be subtle as well. Okay, well the shot's not there. I'm gonna have to look for something else. See if I can get some cricket or someone in the dog park or something. Okay, well I freaked out a little bit because when I sat down before, my phone fell out of my pocket. I just realized, I ran back, I found it. We're all good. 1 frame to shoot. I just need to find a good last frame, that's it. I don't want to waste it. I might go and sit by the dog park over here and just wait for someone to come past and see if I can get some sort of nice shadow alongside the oval where all the dogs are playing. I wasted my last picture. It wasn't the one I wanted. This one would have been way better. But that's the challenge. The challenge is not to take the best photos, it's to take the best photos out of 36 frames. And now I'm kind of wishing I didn't waste a couple earlier. But anyway, that's how it goes. I'll head home now. I'm super keen to see how these turn out on the computer. I'm going to edit them, but I'm only going to be editing JPEG, so there's only so much you can do. We'll see how we go. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this sort of thing. It was so much fun, even though this content takes longer to make and longer to edit. I really enjoy it, and this is my favorite type of thing to do. If you guys have any suggestions for a future 36 frame challenge, please drop them in the comments below. I have a few ideas of my own. A couple of ideas include like using an iPhone or shooting on actual film, or one that Jeremy suggested was tape up the back of the camera so you're shooting digital but it's basically like film because you can't review your photos until you go to develop them. But yeah, if you have any ideas, please leave them down below. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, give me a big fat thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.